After a thriller on Thursday night, the Lopes get ready to challenge a familiar foe looking to extend their winning streak to 4. Alongside Kyle Borg, I'm Jack O'Hara as we welcome you inside the GCU Arena for women's basketball action between the Grand Canyon University Lopes and the New Mexico State Aggies in the heart and soul of Phoenix, Arizona. And the Lopes, Kyle, are of course coming off a hard-fought victory on Thursday night. They erased not one, not two, but 3 7-point deficits throughout the night, and it was capped off by Mae Bryant sealing the deal in the end with 2 free throw attempts.
Absolutely a great overtime win against a very good UTRGV team, Jack, on Thursday night right here inside the GCU Arena. The Lopes have won 4 out of their last 5, including, like you mentioned, 3 in a row. Mae Bryant led the way with 10 points, 6 rebounds. She was just named WAC Player of the Week for her performance on the road in Seattle and Utah last weekend for the Lopes, and then she just kept it rolling on Thursday. Laura Piera had 13 points and 6 assists as well, and Deja Daniel just 1 point away from her 10th double-double on the season. She had 9 points and a career-high 14 rebounds, and the other big key, the Lopes forced 13 turnovers, so that'll be very big here tonight.
And again, like I mentioned, those 3 7-point deficits, they come from behind. They went on a few scoring droughts as well by as many as 3 minutes on 3 separate occasions, but in the end, were able to pick up the victory on the final drive. And the Aggies, Kyle, haven't been strangers to the last second drive lately either. They defeated UTRGV by 1 in overtime last week in Las Cruces before dropping a gut-wrencher to Bakersfield by 1 2 nights ago on the road. So you can bet that they'll be looking to get the upper hand early on in this one.
Yeah, they just had their 2-game winning streak snapped the other night against Bakersfield. In that game, Gia Pack, who leads the WAC in scoring average at just over 18 points a game, had 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 steals. And then Aaliyah Prince had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals off the bench. So those are the 2 biggest players for New Mexico State that the Lopes are going to have to watch out for here this afternoon. But New Mexico State shot just 20% from 3, although they did miss only 2 free throws. They shot 14 of 16 from the line, so the Lopes got to stay out of foul trouble and not put the Aggies on the line. And if they can hold Gia Pack and Aaliyah Prince to just around 10 or 15 points, somewhere in between there apiece, the Lopes are going to be in good shape going forward, considering the Aggies didn't have any other player over 6 points on Thursday night in Bakersfield.
And the Aggies coming off a season, last season, where they went 15-1 in WAC play. Not quite as dominant to start this year, however, 4-3 in WAC play to start. Currently sitting at 4-3 with a .571 winning percentage. The Lopes, however, 5-2, are tied for first, a 3-way tie with the Kansas City Roos and Bakersfield. So we'll see how Coach Powell leads her squad here tonight, trying to extend that winning streak, like I said, to 4 games against a team that they're pretty evenly matched. Again, you talked about the numbers, Kyle, in New Mexico State, 7-13 overall, coming off that 1-point loss to Bakersfield. I mean, the name of the game today for the Aggies is to get out in front early and, again, separate themselves from the Lopes, trying to avoid that last-second drive.
Absolutely. The Lopes in unfamiliar territory at the top of the WAC standings. They're normally sitting the last couple years around the 3 to 6 range, and they were picked to finish 6 by the coaches in the poll early to start this season. So the Lopes pretty much overachieving already this season, and the Aggies, you mentioned 15-1 last year, that won right here at GCU Arena to the Lopes last season.
Will it happen again? There's only one way to find out. It's a big game for both squads here on this Saturday afternoon, and it's just about that time to get you ready for the action. And after this quick break, it's National Anthem, starting lineups, and opening tip-off here on GCU TV.
Across the green desert to where the mountains touch the sky. This is Sanderson Ford country, where Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford country, built on serving you. Sanderson Ford, satisfaction in everything we do. We're Arizona's pride. Sanderson Ford.
Back inside the GCU Arena for women's basketball action between the Grand Canyon University Antelopes and the New Mexico State Aggies. It's a big WAC matchup here on this Saturday afternoon, and we'll send it down to our public dress announcer for prayer, national anthem, and starting lineups.
Good afternoon, Phoenix, and welcome to the beautiful GCU Arena and today's women's basketball matchup featuring the visiting Aggies of New Mexico State University and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise, and if appropriate, please remove your caps. As we begin this afternoon with a word of prayer, led today by Julia Montgomery, a senior majoring in exercise science with an emphasis in sports performance here at GCU.
Let's pray. Dear God, thank you for allowing us to be here to watch this display of talent you have given to these athletes. Thank you for this country as we are freely here today. I pray for the athletes of Grand Canyon University and New Mexico State University. Keep them safe during this competition, and please allow them to perform to the best of their ability. Have them remember their training, and let them have fun doing the sport that you love. I pray for the referees and coaches. Give them wisdom as they decide all of the calls that they make during the game. I pray that we will glorify you here today. We love you, God. Amen.
And now, fans, please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. The Star Spangled Banner will be performed this afternoon by Monte Vista Elementary School under the direction of Sarah Jones. Monte Vista Elementary School. And now, fans, it's time to meet today's starting lineups. We begin with the visiting Aggies. At guard, a 5'7" junior, number 10, Adriana Henderson. At guard, a 5'7" freshman, number 11, Sophia Inusa. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 12, Amanda Soderquist. At guard, a 5'10" senior, number 30, Gia Pack. And at forward, a 6'4" graduate student, number 32, Michaela Buckner. The Aggies are led by head coach Brooke Atkinson, assisted by Ryan McAdams, Aisha Stewart, and Deaudra Brown. Guard, a 5'6" freshman from Pleasanton, California, number 4, Jada Holland. At guard, a 5'8" sophomore from Barcelona, Spain, number 5, Lara Piera. At forward, a 6'2" sophomore from Barcelona, Spain, number 12, Carla Balaguer. At guard, a 5'10" freshman from Langley, British Columbia, number 13, Tavia Pro. And at forward, a 6'4" senior from Killing, Texas, number 34, Deja Daniel. Your Lopes are led by head coach Nick Popal, assisted by Brad Layson, Taylor High, and Cindy Crafton.
And just in case you missed those starting lineups, first for the New Mexico State Aggies, it's going to be Adriana Henderson, Sophia Anuza, Amanda Soderquist, Gia Pack, and Michaela Buckner. And for the Lopes, it's the usual suspects: Jada Holland, Laura Piera, Tavia Rowell, Carla Balaguer, and Deja Daniel. Rounding out the starting 5 for Coach Powell, as the Lopes looking to pick up their 4th lifetime win over the Aggies. The Aggies in 12 lifetime matchups in the series history lead it at 9 wins to the Lopes 3 wins. So it looks like the Lopes are ready, the Aggies are ready, Kyle's ready. You ready, Kyle?
Absolutely, Jack.
Well, let's do it here in Phoenix. New Mexico State wins the opening tip-off, and we are underway. It's going to be a heavyweight battle between the Aggies and the Lopes, and let's see how the Lopes are going to be able to fare against the Aggies with today's Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game.
Well, Jack, I went with the Remember the Titans themed keys today for the Lopes. The first key to tonight's matchup is going to be protect the ball, Petey. The Lopes struggle with the turnovers, averaging double-digit turnovers on the year, somewhere between that 15 and 20 range. They had 21 on Thursday night in that win against UTRGV, so they're going to really want to cut those in half in order to really be in this matchup. The second key is blitz all night. You got to go get the ball on defense, force New Mexico State into those turnovers. They struggled in their game on Thursday with 19, so if the Lopes can do that and force New Mexico State to turn the ball over, they will be right there in this game, probably with the lead come the 4th quarter. Third and finally tonight is leave no doubt. The Lopes get the lead, keep the lead, run up the score if you can. Don't leave any doubt here against this New Mexico State team, and just go out there and dominate from start to finish.
Of course, those 3 keys brought to you by Sanderson Ford. Like the creativeness of those, Kyle. Right off the bat, Gia Pack picking up the first points of the day for New Mexico State. Gia, of course, coming off a 21-point performance against Bakersfield on Thursday, as it looks like the Lopes will inbound it underneath the basket. It will be Jada Holland. Jada Holland, of course, coming off an 8-point performance Thursday night in that heavyweight battle against the UTRGV Vaqueros. Laura Piera with the ball, fouled out in the final moments of overtime, but before then picked up 13 points as Jada Holland's gonna put that one off the glass, and we're all knotted up at 2.
That was a beautiful play. Take another look at that. Balaguer, one dribble. Jada Holland backdoor hits the lay-in, and Jada Holland has been great all season long as a freshman.
Anuza gonna take it in the paint, throws it up, nothing but net, as New Mexico State regains their 2-point lead early. And just like that, the defense gonna step up, full court press against Holland and Piera. Back to midcourt, Laura Piera directing traffic. Now Balaguer at the top of the key. Tavia Rowell, we mentioned her 3 shots from downtown the other night. 3 7-point deficits the Lopes coming back from against UTRGV, as New Mexico State looking to go up early. As that one doesn't even reach the net, the Lopes gonna take it the other way. Tavia Rowell slowing things down offensively as Pack looks to put the pressure on early. Lopes with 16 seconds to shoot on the shot clock. Piera takes it inside the paint. The one bounce to Balaguer, puts it up and in, and we're all knotted up at 4.
Nicely done. Inside, Carla Balaguer got a basket and assist early on. See if they can get her going, a key role player. She tends to score a lot in the 4th quarter, as we've seen early on in November. Most of her points come late in these matchups. So if they can get her rolling early, the Lopes will be in business.
Balagay just playing 16 minutes of total action on Thursday as that one's popped from beyond the arc. That was Anuza. As the Lopes look to take their first lead of the day. Laura Piera underneath the basket, shuffles that one out to Holland, to Balagay, looking for some room in the paint, slashing and dashing, gets the roll, and the Lopes have their first lead at 6-4.
Love that from the start. Balagay catches it at the free throw line extended, takes a pump fake, goes up with it, and then Euro steps to the middle of the paint and gets the basket. Then a good looking three right there on that play from New Mexico State to put them back up by 1.
And the name of the game we mentioned, Kyle, New Mexico State looking to separate themselves early after back-to-back one-point games against both Bakersfield and UTRGV as Piera in the paint off the glass won't go. New Mexico State looking for the fast break the other way. Anuza already with 5 points on the night. Hands that one off to Buckner. Finds Henderson on the other side, one-on-one with Rowell. 17 seconds to shoot for the Aggies as the Lopes putting the pressure on defensively. 2-on-1 coverage. Deja Daniel snags it away. Laura Piera taking it the other way. Finds Rowell from downtown. Won't go. Rebounded by Soderquist. New Mexico State with another fast break here. Anuza pops it and puts it in, and New Mexico State leads this one by 3. So a quick play transpiring there for New Mexico State, able to take the 3-point cushion. The Lopes looking to answer the call quickly here. Again, full court press coming from the Aggies. Not giving the Lopes any room to work with early on as Jada Holland setting things up on offense. Finds Piera in the corner. One-on-one with Henderson. Finds Deja Daniel. 2-on-1, puts it up, and good. And the Lopes cut the lead to 1. It's 9-8. And we mentioned, Kyle, those 5 straight double-doubles a week ago from Deja Daniel coming to an end on that road trip against Seattle and Utah Valley. But if they can get her going, there may be no turning back against this New Mexico State defense.
Absolutely. Deja Daniel's that's her first touch on the offensive end so far. That's been an effective touch. So Deja Daniel, one little power dribble, left-handed hook shot over that right-hand shoulder. Deja Daniel, if she gets going, it's going to be a long night for the Aggies.
And we'll see what the game plan here is. Down by 3 once again as New Mexico State adds to their lead. Jada Holland looking for some room. Slashes, dashes, doesn't get the foul call, but right there is Deja Daniel. 3-on-1 coverage, puts it up off the glass, not going to go. New Mexico State's defense once again stepping up here early on. Henderson back to Soderquist, and Soderquist sinks it. A 3-point attempt there from Soderquist. She's finally on the board here this afternoon, and it's a 6-point lead just like that. Still plenty of basketball left to be played. And like we mentioned, Kyle, it was just 2 nights ago, the Lopes erased 3 7-point leads from UTRGV. And a very comfortable situation as Laura Piera once again redirecting traffic with 7 seconds to shoot. Finds Balagay, the pass a bit wide, but it will stay here. Last touched by Buckner. And we'll have our first immediate timeout of the night. So the Aggies really putting the pressure on defensively. It's New Mexico State 14, GCU 8. You're watching GCU women's basketball right here on GCU TV.
So one key component that makes the Waste Management Phoenix Open so successful is Cox Business. Over 700,000 people are going to come enjoy TPC Scottsdale, from digital TV to digital phones to security, and most importantly, that free Wi-Fi all over this property. We simply couldn't do it without a partner like Cox Business. We're grateful, we're thankful, it's a hole-in-one.
Back inside the GCU Arena in the heart of Phoenix, Arizona for the remainder 3 minutes and 50 seconds of the first quarter between New Mexico State and GCU. A 14-8 lead for the Aggies, as there's only 1 combined foul to this point between both squads. It did come from New Mexico State early on in this game, but Kyle, from what we've seen so far, New Mexico State, you talked about their defense stepping up, trying to separate themselves early on from the Lopes. They've done just that. Up by 6, it's been headed by both Anuza and Henderson to this point.
Yeah, Anuza got 7 of the team's first 14 points, so she's got half right now for the Aggies. Lopes going to need to slow her down. Doing a good job containing Gia Pack. who is only 1 of 4 from the field right now and has 2 points. But Henderson and Anuza combined 5 of 5 from the floor, including both having a 3-pointer. So Lopes, one of the better shooting teams in the country, and they just brought in the leading WAC 3-point shooter at just under 50% in Ven Laveris, and now Mae Bryant also into the game with Tiana Brown. So let's see if the combination of a few bench players can get something going for the Lopes.
Ven Laveris checks in, looking for the inbound pass, looking for the open man, finds Tiana Brown. Tiana Brown from downtown. Yes, sir! Tiana Brown coming in hot for the Lopes, making this a 3-point game, 14-11.
And that's a deep one from the Antelope on the floor for Tiana Brown. Hot off the bench right there. 1-for-1 start for her.
And here come the Aggies looking for the roll, won't get it. First rebound of the night for Deja Daniels. Brown will take it the other way. So here come the Lopes after that media timeout. We saw the other night a few timeouts favoring the Lopes after going down by a substantial amount as Tavia Rowell pulls up. As that one hits the side of the rim and out of play. So the Aggies will take it, or excuse me, the Lopes.
That went off of Prince's foot on the way out of bounds. Couldn't quite corral it.
Aliyah Prince last touching that one like you mentioned, Kyle, as Brown will look to inbound it, looking for Rowell.
Now a foul on Prince coming around that screen, just holding on to Tavia Rowell. She tried to curl to that corner.
So a hot start for Tiana Brown in this one. Not quite the same start for Aliyah Prince since entering this one moments ago, as Varys inbounds it to Brown once again, currently from beyond the arc, looking for some separation. About 12 seconds to shoot on the shot clock. Looking for Rowell, finds her in the paint, looking to put that one up off the glass, off the backboard and in, and just like that, the Lopes quickly evaporating that 8-point deficit. It's 14-13.
And a great start off of that media timeout like you were mentioning, Jack. Tavia Rowell, good to see her getting going early, making that layup. She struggled a little bit in the past couple of games trying to find that shooting stroke that she had to start off the year, and that really opened up things for Ven Laveris to come in and do what Ven Laveris does best, is shoot the ball from deep. But Rowell can also shoot it, so a lot of shooters on the floor right now for the Lopes.
And there she is once again, in and out. Right there's Mae Bryant, the WAC Player of the Week, awarded to last Monday. Unable to put that layup in. Here come the Aggies once more. Putting it up is Pack as she gets the roll in at 16-13. We mentioned Pack in this game, coming off that 21-point performance on Thursday. Already has herself 2 for 5 so far from the field, as Daniel, 2-on-1 coverage coming from that Aggies defense, as the Lopes look to slow things down here offensively with 14 seconds left to shoot. Rowell strategizing at the top of the key. 1-on-1 against Grays. Daniel finds Mae Bryant. Bryant gets blocked by Pack, and the Aggies defense continues to step up in a big way with about a minute and a half left here in quarter number 1. Pack finds Anuza. Anuza gonna put it up, but right there's Mae Bryant stuffing that one out of bounds, but New Mexico State will inbound it underneath the basket as Rowell will take a seat for the moment. Jada Moss will check in for Coach Powell, and it looks like it'll be Taylin Grays inbounding this one for the black and red. Going for the quick pop is Prince, not gonna go, rebounded by Mae Bryant. And a very dangerous pass there to Tiana Brown. New Mexico State's defense really in the Lope space early on in this one as Ven Laveris puts it up. Won't get the roll as it's rebounded by Ardino. And Anuza will take it the other way for New Mexico State. And down goes Ven Laveris. Comes up holding her head on that play. We'll see if she's okay. Very aggressive play there from the Aggies as the Lopes will take it the other way, and we'll get a timeout call here on the floor with about a minute and 10 seconds remaining. The Lopes still trying to figure out this New Mexico State defense. It's 16-13 here on GCU TV. So with about a minute 10 remaining, the Lopes only down by 3 in this game, Kyle, but you got to think Coach Powell's going to want to stop this defense. We saw on that last play a bit aggressive offensively against Ven Laveris. No points in their last 2 minutes and 2 seconds offensively, but the Lopes, however, also without any points in the last 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So it seems like we are ready to go. It will be Anuza inbounding it underneath the basket. It will be Tiana Brown guarding. And at the top of the key, it is Prince. Finding Anuza. One-on-one with Brown. In the paint is Ardinto, and Ardinto puts it off the glass, and the New Mexico State Aggies have themselves a 5-point cushion. Brown, full court press coming from Ardinto. As Brown looking for the open man, finds Deja Daniel. 40 seconds left in quarter number 1, 13 seconds to shoot on the shot clock for Brown. Top of the key, re-strategizing. Looking for some space, finds the open hole and puts it off the glass. Beautiful display offensively from Tiana Brown to make this a 3-point game. Henderson finds the open man in Arden Dinto. Dinto finding Grays, and in the corner it's going to be Soderquist. Not going to find the basket, rebounded by Henderson. Puts it up, off the glass, won't go again. Right there is Deja Daniel for the rebound, and here come the Lopes, 2 seconds remaining. They're not gonna get the final shot off as Grays strips that one from Brown. But overall, great offensive play from both sides, and this one was just New Mexico State's defense at the very end there, Kyle, really putting the pressure on the Lopes.
Absolutely, New Mexico State's defense has been outstanding so far through one quarter. Lopes only down by 3. Very nice offensive showing from both sides.
And we'll see how the Lopes are able to bounce back in quarter number 2. The Havocs are looking to get going. They're showing off their Lope pride. And Kyle, how can everybody else here on campus show off their Lope pride?
Well, you can get the best gear to show off your Lope pride by going to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code GCUTV25 to get 25% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple, and as always, Lopes up.
And of course, that promo code is GCUTV25, all caps, to show off your Lope pride. Quarter number 2 coming your way here on GCU TV. It's 18-15 Aggies. You're watching GCU women's basketball right here on GCU TV.
You have a foundation of strong values. You belong where your passions come to life. Grand Canyon University's online degree program in cybersecurity makes it convenient for you to join the newest front in keeping your community safe. GCU teaches you how to secure and protect a virtual environment. Join the growing field of cybersecurity.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Welcome back inside the GCU arena for quarter number 2 between New Mexico State and Grand Canyon University. The Lopes again only down by 3. New Mexico State's defense really putting the pressure on. The Lopes starting 5 in the final seconds of quarter number 1. Tiana Brown inbounding it, quickly stripped away by Aliyah Grays before the final buzzer, but the Lopes will look to cut the lead to at least 1 to start quarter number 2. It was all about Adriana Henderson offensively for New Mexico State, as well as Anuza with 5 points each. As it will be Laura Piera starting things out here for the Lopes. Top of the key, Deja Daniel back to Piera. One-on-one with Henderson.
Little 3-2 zone now from New Mexico State, trying something different than that man they were just in.
Piera looking for some space. Back to Bryan off the glass. And we mentioned how beautifully Tiana Brown was able to execute that layup moments ago. Look at that no-look pass from Laura Piera, and off the glass for May Bryan on the board tonight after coming off, again, that 9-point performance 2 nights ago. Hitting those final 2 free throw attempts in the final minute or the final second, excuse me, against the Vaqueros to give the Lopes that 2-point win. Looking for their 11th win overall this season here today against the Aggies, as Henderson going to go in, 2-on-1 coverage from Piera and Moss off the foot. But New Mexico State will regain possession, and they'll inbound it underneath the basket. It looks to be Henderson as Coach Powell looks on.
So Leah Prince now back into the game for New Mexico State as the shot clock going to reset to 20 on that kick ball by Piera, and now the first foul on the Lopes going to be called on, looks like Deja Daniel for a hold.
So blessing for New Mexico State here. Looking to regain that 3-point cushion. Again, a 1-point lead now for New Mexico State. All too familiar coming off those 2 1-point games here last week, as Laura Piera looks to set things up here for the Lopes after that missed opportunity from Prince. Piera once again redirecting traffic, finds Moss at the top of the key. Pick from Deja Daniel. There's Ven Laveras on the outside, one-on-one with Pack. Back to Piera with 8 seconds to shoot. The Lopes look to take this one down to the final seconds on the shot clock. Piera looking for some space, 2 seconds to shoot. From beyond the line, it won't go off the rim, and rebounded by Ardentino. As Henderson will once again pass this one off to Soderquist. Back to Henderson, one-on-one with Piera. And a little miscommunication there with Pack, but able to rebound off the glass and one. So New Mexico State looking for the 3-point play here. Once again, that's now 6 points total for Gia Pack, coming off that 21-point performance, looking to make it 7, looking to convert the 3-point conversion, as it looks like Kennedy Shorts will check in for May Bryant. As Soderquist checks out for New Mexico State, and it will be Sophia Anuza, who already has 7 points in this game, checking in for the Aggies. And she converts the 3-point play, and New Mexico State leads it by 4.
Not something you want to do if you're the Lopes, like we talked about before tip-off, was that free throw percentage number in their last game. They shot 87% from the line, so just their first attempt, and already 1 for 1. So if the Lopes can keep them off the free throw line, they will have a better chance, and the Lopes have to get to the free throw line as well.
Very dangerous pass there to Deja Daniel, able to scoop it up. Coming in hot is Jada Moss, as she takes a spill out of bounds, with the Lopes will inbound it underneath the basket here. As we mentioned, that New Mexico State being very aggressive early on in this game. As Piera looks for the open man, another nice pass there to Deja Daniel, just throwing it up. The reverse layup gets fouled, and she'll shoot 2 from the line as the Lopes look to chip away.
Lopes fortunate to get that shooting foul call, as that was a foul long before the inbound pass came into Deja Daniel. Just grabbing a hold of that off arm, and Deja Daniel, very high basketball IQ right there to get the ball up and draw the foul.
First one is good, nothing but net. And you just mentioned, Kyle, that basketball IQ from Deja Daniel. We've seen how aggressive New Mexico State's defense has been to this point. Deja Daniel mentioned probably should have been called a foul as soon as she got that inbound pass from Laura Piera. And then, of course, putting up the quick shot, expecting the foul call from the official. She gets it, goes 1 for 2 from the line as the Lopes chip into that lead, 21-18, a 3-point deficit. As New Mexico State once again looks to separate themselves here offensively with Henderson. Top of the key, back to Anuza. Anuza, 7 points in this game, 3 for 4 from the field already. Putting that shot up is Prince. Won't go. Rebounded by Deja Daniel as this Lopes defense looking to step up against the Aggies. Here comes Tiana Brown, slowing things down at the top of the key. Looking for Laura Piera, as Piera once again redirecting traffic on the outside. Goes inside the paint, finds Brown. Brown back to Piera. 10 seconds to shoot on the shot clock as this Aggies defense continuing to give the Lopes problems as Piera looks to put that one up. Gets stuffed by Buckner, and it rolls out of play. New Mexico State will go the other way with it. So another impressive showing by this Aggies defense as Laura Piera unable to solve the equation there.
Laura Piera going inside, trying to avoid using that Deja Daniel screen, trying to catch New Mexico State a little bit off guard, but As she went through the lane, someone got a hand on the ball, knocked it loose, and then knocked it off her foot as it rolled out of play.
Henderson looking for some room to work with. One-on-one with Piera. Almost gets stripped. Able to rebound. Going in is Anuza. Finds Buckner. Buckner puts it up off the glass. Not going to go. Rebounded by Moss. And here come the Lopes. Once again, New Mexico State putting the pressure on Laura Piera right out of the get-go. As Piera will once again re-strategize at the top of the key. Again, the Lopes only down by one possession here. Brown, top of the key, one-on-one with Pack. There's a wide open Deja Daniel. Finds Piera. Piera one-on-one with Anuza. Going in, slashing and dashing to the paint. And the Lopes cut the lead to 1.
And that's a good right-handed layup on the left-hand side by Laura Piera. Normally a left-handed player, so using her offhand to protect the ball and not get blocked from behind on that beautiful move to just quick first step going baseline for Laura Piera. And now out of bounds and another turnover for New Mexico State.
Looks
and
like
the Lopes have a chance to take the lead.
Elia Prince once again stepping out of bounds right on that E in the Antelopes. So the Lopes will take it the other way. Once again, full court press coming from the Aggies. 2-on-1 coverage against Brown. Right there's Deja Daniel. Lopes with an opportunity there for the breakaway play. They thought better of it as they slow things down here offensively. Once again, Brown finds Piera on the outside from beyond the arc. Lopes shooting very well from downtown the other night against the Vaqueros, especially when they needed it most. Trailing by 7 on 3 different occasions. Brown looking for some separations. 1 second to shoot, puts it up. Won't reach the basket, and that'll be a shot clock violation for the purple and white. So going the other way with it is the Aggies. As this Lopes defense, you gotta say, Kyle, has stepped up here in quarter number 2, despite New Mexico State's defense really bringing the pain once again after quarter number 1.
Absolutely. New Mexico State only got 3 points in this first quarter, or in the second quarter rather. Just the 3 points on that and one attempt from Pack. They haven't scored in the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds. But on that last possession for the Lopes, twice you could see Laura Piera emphatically calling for the ball. She was wide open on the wing on this near side, and she didn't get it, and then the Lopes ended up turning it over after Tiana Brown airballed as the shot clock expired.
And you got to give credit to where credit's due right there. Gia Pack crossing up Tiana Brown from downtown, making this a 4-point game. And once again, this Aggies defense being a house of horrors here tonight for this Lopes offense, as that one's going to get thrown out of play as the defense once again putting pressure on the Aggies. So a little vice versa action coming as we're going to see our first timeout of quarter number 2 with about 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to play here in the first half. While the Aggies only lead it by 4, we'll see if this Lopes offense can break away and go on a run. You're watching GCU women's basketball right here on GCU TV.
Curiosity fuels you. So when you're ready for a fulfilling new career, let your curiosity fuel that change. Grand Canyon University's online degree programs in technology make it convenient for you to achieve your dream. GCU teaches you how to plan for innovation. By applying that knowledge to today's most challenging problems, you're helping to build a better tomorrow. Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/online.
You have a foundation of strong values. You belong where your passions come to life. Grand Canyon University's online degree program in cybersecurity makes it convenient for you to join the newest front in keeping your community safe. GCU teaches you how to secure and protect a virtual environment. Join the growing field of cybersecurity.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Welcome back inside the GCU Arena. 24-20 lead for New Mexico State, and it's been all about Gia Pack. We mentioned a few times coming off that 21-point performance against Bakersfield on Thursday. And of course, 10 points already here tonight. 4 for 8 from the field. 4 drives in just 14 minutes in this game already, with 1 block defensively, 2 steals, as this Lopes defense just has not been able to figure her out. Moments ago, Kyle, we saw her cross up Tiana Brown pretty bad down there on the court from downtown to make this a 3-point game. It's going to be up to this Lopes offense, though, to go on a bit of a run here in the final 5 minutes to come away with a lead going into half number 1. And coming in hot is Laura Piera, putting it off the glass. Won't go, though, as Pack gets the rebound. her third rebound of the afternoon as she sets things up offensively. Pass to Anuza. Pass inside to Buckner, going up one-on-one with Deja Daniel. Great defense from number 34 as the Lopes will once again take it the other way. Moss slows things down at the top of the key, finds Piera. This is just what the Lopes need defensively in order to stop this
Daniel
offense.
down there just now with a good fight to win that rebound, and she has not come out of this game yet. And you can tell how hard she's working, really fighting for the ball. And you saw it underneath right there, playing good defense and then knocking the ball loose to get the rebound.
And there's Venla Veras from beyond the arc. Won't get the roll there, just a little too short on that last attempt from Venla Veras, as New Mexico State with another opportunity here to separate themselves from this Lopes offense. Already up by 4. Henderson one-on-one with Piera, looking for the fast break. Looking for the quick steal there was Brown as they find Soderquist on the outside. And that's Pack, and that one's gonna get swatted out of play as the Lopes will regain possession as Mae Bryant re-enters this one for the Lopes. Deja Daniel gonna take a seat, at least for the moment, for Coach Powell, as Brown inbounds this one to Jada Moss, and back to Brown, and Brown will take it up the court.
And you saw Henderson right there as Piera went for the steal, missed it and fell down. Henderson had her back to the basket and didn't know she was wide open. Would have had an easy 7-foot jump shot, and then the Lopes able to force a turnover.
Downtown, Gianna Brown. Lopes cut the lead to 1.
Great shot by Tiana Brown right there. Doing a great job of making them go under the screen. She's 2 for 2 from deep. The Aggies got to step out and guard her at this point.
And again, that dangerous offensive factor in Gia Pack, as the Aggies once again gonna get the roll there. And that's gonna be Henderson with now 4 points on the night. Of course, Adriana Henderson coming off a 6-point performance on Thursday against Bakersfield in that 1-point loss. Mentioned that 1-point win in overtime against the Vaqueros at home in Las Cruces last weekend as Moss locks. Thought about popping, but thought better of it. Finds Laura Piera with about 10 seconds left to shoot. Finds the open range, won't go. Rebounded by Pack once again, now has herself 4 rebounds. New Mexico State once again looking to get that lead to 5. She throws it up, not gonna go. Rebounded by Buckner. On the outside from beyond the arc, won't go. Rebounded by Pack once again. Anuza gonna take it in the paint, looking for Buckner, but Buckner not ready for the pass. And the Lopes will take it the other way.
And Gia Pack, what an offensive rebound with one hand going up, climbing the ladder for that rebound. She's now 3 rebounds away from a double-double here in the first half.
Which is all too impressive and all too dangerous for this Lopes defense, down by 3, looking to pick up their 4th win lifetime against the Aggies. Laura Piera once again looking for some separation, finds Moss. Moss popped. Once again, thought about locking there, but thought better of it. Finds Piera, 2-on-1 coverage, looking for the open man in Venla Veras. Won't find her. There's Buckner, looking for the steal, has possession. Lopes take it away once again, and we'll see how the officials score this one.
It looks like they're gonna have to reset the shot clock because there was a change of possession as the shot clock was just at 4. So when Piera dove on the floor for the loose ball and lost it, and New Mexico State had possession, shot clock should have reset, and then the turnover, and that 2 seconds off. So now we're at 28 seconds on the shot clock for the Lopes after a pretty hard-fought battle for the ball down there. Almost turning it over was Laura Piera, but then Jada Moss doing a great job to get it back.
So a blessing for the Lopes, looking to take advantage with a fresh shot clock, and it's once again stripped away by Pack. Coming up big defensively as well as offensively in this game. And here comes Anuza. Anuza finds Pack, and that's gonna be called against the Aggies, and the Lopes will once again get another opportunity to chip into this lead. The lead's been as big as 5 so far for New Mexico State. The Lopes looking to cut it to at least 1 on this drive with about a minute and a half remaining in half number 1. Laura Piera again coming off that 13-point performance last time. Already has herself 2 points here tonight. Finds Venla Veras. Looking for the open shot, finds it, nothing but net. Venla Veras now has herself 2 points on the day, and it's a 1-point game once again, 26-25. Here come the Aggies, wide open shot for Buckner, nothing but net. So they answer the call right off the bat. 29-25, they regain that 4-point advantage with about 50 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. Piera, top of the key, finds Deja Daniel, one-on-one with Buckner, looking for May Bryant on the inside in the paint, puts it up and in. May Bryant now has herself 4 points in this quarter, and once again, the Lopes cut the lead to 2. You take another look there on the pass. May Bryant, 2-on-1 coverage from New Mexico State, putting it off the glass. Again, WAC Player of the Week coming off that 9-point performance just 2 nights ago. Here comes Buckner on the inside, guarded by Deja Daniel. Goes inside the paint once again, off the glass, and another excellent shot there from New Mexico State, really firing on all cylinders with about 15 seconds remaining. Another timeout here on the floor. It's 31-27, New Mexico State. You're watching GCU women's basketball right here on GCU TV.
We needed one more member on our roster. Streets of New York is proud to announce Grand Canyon University to our winning team. We are now the official pizza of GCU. Go Lopes.
Back inside the GCU arena for the final 15 seconds, 15.1 seconds if you're counting at home, in this second half between the Lopes and the Aggies. A 4-point deficit for the purple and white as May Bryant will inbound this one to Laura Piera. We'll see if the Lopes probably going to take it down to the final shot here, looking to cut the deficit before heading back into the locker room. But for second half play, 5 seconds remaining. Deja Daniel looking to take the final shot, loses it. 1 second left, Piera puts it up off the glass! Bada boom, realest shooter in the room, Laura Piera makes this a 1-point game at the half off the glass. How do you like that?
They might go look at it. I'm not sure if that was, they're gonna call it on the floor that it was good, and now the referees are gonna go look at it, but a great play from Laura Piera to just throw it up after Deja Daniel couldn't get anything rolling. But hey, if that stands, if that shot stands, Lopes down by 1. Great first half all the way around. See if the Lopes can go on a bit of a run here and take back the lead.
So pending that this shot goes through, the officials are looking at it on the monitor right now. This will be a 1-point game between New Mexico State and the Lopes, and it is confirmed. 3-point shot from Laura Piera from way beyond the arc, off the glass, a Hail Mary attempt from the Lopes sophomore to make this a 31-30 game. She now has 5 points on the night in 16 minutes. May Bryant with 4 points as well. Tavia Rowell, Ven Laveras, Deja Daniel, all contributing offensively, but it's been all about Gia Pack so far in this game on the New Mexico State offensive side.
Gia Pack, again, 3 rebounds away from a double-double. She averages 18 points and 9 rebounds a game so far on the year, almost a double-double for her on average, so she's right on pace for that. But Anusa's got 7 points for the Aggies as well. The Lopes have been able to force 6 turnovers and only turn the ball over 5 times. Now that was a very, it was more sloppy in the second quarter as both teams entered that second quarter with just 1 turnover, so look for that number to hopefully go down for the Lopes and go up for the Aggies.
Well, we'll see what happens in half number 2. It's a heavyweight fight between the Aggies and the Lopes here in Phoenix, Arizona. 31-30 lead for New Mexico State. You're watching GCU women's basketball right here on GCU TV.
Hey, welcome to GCU. You're in Lope country now.
What's that sound?
We bring the thunder in the heart of Phoenix.
All right, time to go. Beam me up, Scotty.
I'm getting my master's in education online. I can't slow down time, but I do make my own schedule. Good thing, too, since I'm a mom, wife, student, and teacher. The rest of my time, I make sure this house keeps rolling.
Here at the Lopes Lab, when we're not contemplating the paradoxes of time travel, hey, Mort, greetings. We're working on technology that will save lives. And robots. We're being hacked!
Time to get to work.
I'm defending against malware and hacker attacks.
We need people who can outsmart the enemy.
Oh, I got you now. And
Here at GCU, we teach you to harness your passion, transform it into a career so you can help change the world.
It's good to know. My passion isn't just in the classroom. It's also on the court. Game point. No pressure.
pressure! Let me tell you about pressure.
When it's life or death, that's when the pressure is really on.
Doctor, he's going into VFib. Nurse, get the crash cart. Clear!
It takes grit and determination to lead a Division I team.
Push it! Push it!
But for some of us, it just comes naturally.
When it comes to school spirit, we do it best. Lopes up.
Lopes up.
There's a thunder in all of us. Come find your purpose at Grand Canyon University.
GCU helps you stay focused on staying purpose-driven. They give you the tools to find what your purpose truly is. Once I got out here, I kind of had an identity crisis. Walking around campus, I saw a flyer for something called Java Jams. When I first walked onto that stage, my heart was pounding, but I was able to find myself as an artist. My name is Joseph, and I'm earning my Bachelor of Arts degree at GCU.
There's a thunder in all of us. Come find your purpose at Grand Canyon University.
When my hot water heater failed, she was pregnant, in-laws were coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs, but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
One more member on our roster. Streets of New York is proud to announce Grand Canyon University to our winning team. We are now the official pizza of GCU. Go Lopes.
Welcome back inside the GCU Arena. An electric quarter number one between the Aggies and the Lopes, looking to see more of the same in quarter number two as things starting to heat up here for the spring semester on campus. We got baseball starting on the 14th, softball with 90s night on February 6th, this upcoming Thursday. And to look ahead to the fall season during 2020, the women's soccer program have themselves a brand new head coach going into the 2020 season. So let's take a look at Coach Sissel's first official week in Lope Country.
Please welcome the new head coach of the GCU women's soccer program,
Such a phenomenal school and everything that we have available to us. Being a Christian school was something that I was really excited about, so I'm just thrilled to death to be here. You guys have got to want it. You guys have got to want to get better. You guys have got to be the ones that want to be competitive. You guys have got to be the ones that want to say, what does it take to win a WAC championship? And let's go win a WAC championship. Be dynamic, be creative, and just have fun with it today.
And we're really excited to see what Coach Chris Sissel has in store for the fall season coming up just a few months away. And I mentioned, Kyle, a lot of stuff going down this spring as well, with softball and baseball starting up here in the next few weeks as we take a look at the BSN schedule brought to you by BSN Sports.
Later tonight, men's volleyball will take on number 9 Stanford in their first conference game of the season at 6 p.m. And next week is the start of softball season, Jack. Don't miss the Lopes in their home opener Thursday the 6th at 6 p.m. against the Stanford Cardinals. And then again on Friday at 4:30 as the first part of the doubleheader starts at 4:30 against Weber State. And then the second game will be against Stanford again. So in the baseball, the next week on Friday the 14th when they'll take on Oklahoma State. And of course, the big matchup tonight in Las Cruces, men's basketball, 7 p.m. We'll be taking on the New Mexico State Aggies as we eagerly await the rest of the second half here, see if the women can get the job done. We'll see if the men can get the job done after a very good win on Thursday at UTRGV.
And we'll see how they are going to be able to play here tonight. You mentioned 0-6 in the last 3 seasons against New Mexico State. The men's team, that is, looking for their first win here tonight on the road.
And speaking spring sports, they're on the rise. Baseball will kick off their season on February 14th. GCU Lopes insider Paul Coro caught up with GCU baseball alum Chad De La Guerra. Here's more.
And the speed of the game is going to hurt us. Bam! This guy's on fire. Chad De La Guerra all the way to the wall. Coming around third is Walker. And a stand-up triple by Chad De La Guerra.
Well, it must be great to be coming off your best season as a pro at the highest level you've ever played in 288 in Pawtucket.
Yeah, a lot of hard work, and you know, I'm really close to the ultimate goal. So yeah, it was a good year for me. You know, like I said, just lots of hard work and staying motivated.
It was kind of a double-edged sword for you, right? Like you were playing your best ball, but the lingering wrist injury might have kept you from breaking through like to a call-up.
I mean, it's just one of those things that it's part of the learning process too. You know, you gotta, you know, you're at that high of a level. You gotta learn how to deal with, you know, everything that comes with the positives, and being able to stay on the field and stay healthy is one of those things. So learning how to deal with the negative side, the injuries and stuff, I think was important for me moving forward.
Do you allow yourself to think about what that would feel like and what that would mean to you personally to get there?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think that ever leaves your mind, you know, especially being so close, you know, being in AAA and you see other guys, you know, moving up and down and getting the call. And I think it's something that's always on your mind, but it's important to kind of, you know, trusting that when you go out there and do what you can do, that it'll all fall in place.
As part of the Red Sox, have you done many visits to Fenway Park, and what do you think about ever getting the chance to just play in that venue and that history and ambiance that place has?
I absolutely think about it all the time. As much as being around the big leaguers motivates me, I think seeing Fenway and just seeing the environment. I mean, the fans are incredible, and the stadium's incredible, and you know, me being a baseball fan too my whole life, that would absolutely be incredible. I actually hope that I stick around with the Red Sox and end up there soon.
What's it like being kind of the elder statesman of all the Lopes and the pros now? Now you have this group of people who are all sort of looking up to you and how you've advanced.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I feel good about being that old, but yeah, it's always good coming back, and I guess if you want to say kind of being the older, you know, role model, I guess, for them at the professional level. It's fun coming back here and being around them and being able to train with them and stuff.
Do you watch from afar and enjoy the successes that they're having, even though you can't be around it?
Right, yeah, absolutely. You know, it was special to be here when, you know, the whole school was growing, and you know, the program was growing with it. I feel like some of the guys I played with were like the first group that kind of, you know, started, you know, getting this program rolling in the direction it's going now. So yeah, I definitely keep an eye on everything, and I have a lot of pride and passion towards where it's going.
Great chat there from Paul Coro and Chad De La Guerra. Very interesting to see the evolution from Brazel Stadium to GCU Ballpark there in that video, as we take a look at the Canyon State halftime stats, sponsored by Canyon State Credit Union. As you take a look here on the board, field goal percentage almost even between GCU and New Mexico State to this point. 48% field goal percentage from the purple and white compared to 46% from the Aggies. Turnovers neck and neck as well. Both defenses playing pretty well to this point. New Mexico State really putting the pressure on this Lopes defense. Even in that final shot where Laura Piero was able to make this a 1-point game. 6 turnovers for the Aggies, 5 for the Lopes. 3-point field goal percentage. The Lopes are a bit beat by New Mexico State have been locked in offensively from downtown, 67% compared to the Lopes, 38%, and rebounds neck and neck. 16 rebounds for the Aggies, 14 for GCU.
Well, Jack, do you want a connection between the Aggies and the Lopes and something like that? I don't know.
I do.
They got a good connection between the two of them. GCU grad assistant Sasha Weber. She's usually behind the bench for the Lopes, and she is here this afternoon. She's 9th all-time on the scoring list at New Mexico State with 1,511 points. She played there from 2012 till 2016, and she is 2nd all-time as their three-point shooter with 269 career three-pointers made. She was the leading scorer on each of the Aggies' first 2 WAC championship teams and was the only WAC player to be both first-team all-conference and all-academic in both the 14-15 and 15-16 seasons. She's played professionally overseas since then, and even a few years ago worked in the game operations for the Golden State Warriors last season, and now here at GCU as their graduate assistant. So you'd like to, you know she wants to get the win here against her former squad, just as Marvin Menzies on the men's side would, former head coach at New Mexico State for the men. He'll be making his return tonight when the Lopes men's team takes on New Mexico State in Las Cruces. So Sasha Weber, she's up top on the 9th, top 10 all-time for New Mexico State. With her team right now, she's a Lope now, down by 1 at the half.
Well, it's nice to see Sasha Weber here this afternoon. You mentioned Marvin Menzies, first time in 3 years returning to Las Cruces against New Mexico State tonight, alongside Dan Marley and the Lopes. But here inside the GCU Arena, we got about a minute to go here before the second half kicks off between the Lopes and the Aggies, as again this Lopes offense looks to figure out this New Mexico State defense that's been phenomenal to this point, as well as Gia Pack offensively and defensively. 7 turnovers alone from Gia Pack to go along with those 10 points, and we'll see how they're going to be able to stop Pack and the Aggies as we readdress the Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game, brought to you by Sanderson Ford.
That first key, protect the ball, PD, themed by Remember the Titans. Lopes have done a decent job of that, just 5 through the first 2 quarters of play. Blitz all night, the second key. They've been able to turn New Mexico State over more times than they've turned it over. New Mexico State's got 6. And then leave no doubt. Right now, Lopes down by 1, so you want to see them really flip the script here in quarters 3 and 4 and get out of here with a win here this afternoon.
Again, very creative keys to the game, brought to you by Sanderson Ford, as well as Kyle Borg. As it looks like we're going to get ready here for second half action between the Lopes and the Aggies. It looks like it's going to be Pack. Gia Pack inbounding this. It looks like Laura Piera going to go one-on-one with number 30 from New Mexico State. New Mexico State once again leading by as much as 5 in this game. Looking to once again separate themselves, give themselves some room against this Lopes offense, looking to surge out of the gate here in quarter number 3 from downtown. It's Henderson off the rim, and here come the Lopes looking to take their first lead right out of the get-go. Jada Holland up the court, one-on-one with Anuza. Anuza 7 points in this game in just 17 minutes played. Balagay back to Holland with some room beyond the arc. Looking for Tavia Rowell, thought about shooting that one from the distance, thought better of it. Piera in the paint. He's gonna knock that one off the foot of Buckner and out of play. So the Lopes will inbound it underneath the basket with about 9 seconds left to shoot on the shot clock. Piera looking for the open man. A few seconds to inbound it, finds Rowell. Looking for Deja Daniel, one-on-one with Buckner. Finds Holland, 3 seconds to shoot. He's gotta put it up at some point. And it's going to be their second shot clock violation of the day, as Jada Holland looking for Deja Daniel in those final seconds. Pass deflected by Buckner. I don't think Deja Daniel would have had enough time to put the shot off if she had possession of the ball, but it looks like New Mexico State is once again bringing that first half defense here into the second half early on. Pack looking for Buckner. Buckner with her back turned as Deja Daniels swats that one away, finds Holland. Holland dishes that one to Piera. Piera gonna set it up at the top of the key once again. Finds Tavia Rowell, 17 seconds to shoot. One bouncer to Carla Balagay, who's gonna lay it in off the glass. Beautiful execution there from Carla Balagay to give the Lopes their first lead of the second half. It's 32-31.
Just the way they started the first half. Going back to Carla Balagay here to start the second half. She's 3 for 3 from the floor with 6 points, so keep going back to Carla Balagay inside.
And here comes Sophia Anuza now with 9 points on the night as New Mexico State regains their 1-point advantage, 33-32. Lopes looking to go back and forth, a seesaw affair here in quarter number 3 between themselves and the Aggies. Rowell at the top of the key, guarded by Soderquist. Piera one-on-one with Henderson, takes it back to the top of the key. Gonna redirect once again this Lopes offense with about 6 seconds left to shoot. Finds Balagay, Balagay finds Daniel, 3 seconds to shoot. Throws it up and in. A little Houdini action there from Deja Daniel to give the Lopes a 1-point lead, 34-33 as you take a look there on the replay. Just throwing that one up. Great coverage from Buckner. All up in Deja Daniel's grill, but some way, somehow, Deja Daniel able to put that one in the net. Here come the Aggies once again, throwing that one up. Off the glass, off the rim, won't go. There's Laura Piera for the rebound, and the Lopes have an opportunity here to get a little bit of separation between themselves and the black and red. Would still be a one-possession game. We'll see if they shoot from beyond the arc. Piera once again with some separation. Finds Holland. Holland guarded by Soderquist. Finds Balagay, 8 seconds to shoot. Rowell looking for Deja Daniel, 2-on-1 coverage as that defense steps up once again as Deja Daniel gonna get called for the foul against Buckner. Buckner shaken up a little bit. May have been poked in the eye on that last play. As she regains her composure, then Laveris checks in for Jada Holland, and we'll see.
Looks like she lost the contact.
Yeah, we'll see if Michaela
Looks like
Buckner is okay.
Looks like she's going to be able to continue.
You can't play half blind, Kyle.
No, you cannot. And talking about half blind, Deja Daniel, that last shot, that was half blind. When you throw things up, sometimes good things happen to you when you throw it at the basket.
I used to play with one contact, and that's why I'm up here, not down there.
Oh, all right, gotcha.
So New Mexico State, once again, looking to regain their lead for the second time already here in quarter number 3. We are 4 minutes in. Here in quarter number 3, New Mexico State with a 31-30 lead going into the half after the buzzer beater in the final seconds from Laura Piera at the top of the key as she once again takes it to the top of the key here after a great defensive stop there from Deja Daniel. Again, one-on-one with Pack now, so a very dangerous and precautious situation here for Laura Piera as she dishes that one to Tavia Rowell, to Ven Laveris in the corner, 8 seconds to shoot. As New Mexico State really putting the pressure on once again, forcing the Lopes to take shots they may not want to take, as Piera unable to find the net there, and once again, Deja Daniels not going to have enough time to throw it up. Another shot clock violation from the Lopes, their second of the quarter and their third overall.
And the Aggies forcing the shot clock violations by rotating very well and very quickly on the defensive end. And the Lopes have been struggling to start this third quarter of play, really moving the ball and getting the Aggies out of their rotation. And the referees are also really letting them play on both ends. A lot of contact both ways. That last possession for New Mexico State probably could have had a foul on the Gia Pack drive.
And here comes Buckner. Finds her second contact and finds the glass for the point to give New Mexico State their lead back, their third lead change of the quarter, 35-34. Piera finds Deja Daniel at the top of the key. Piera one-on-one with Anuza now. New Mexico State really mixing it up here against Laura Piera. As they find Deja Daniel, Daniel gonna put it up, won't get the roll off the rim. Last touched by Anuza, and the Lopes will inbound it underneath the basket. So New Mexico State being a little too aggressive, trying to get that last rebound. Top of the key is Rowell. Mixing it up with Soderquist. Soderquist putting the pressure on, but once again, Houdini in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, Tavia Rowell throws it up, puts it in, and the Lopes lead at 36-35. What do you got, Kyle?
I don't know how that one goes in. Tavia Rowell, again, good things happen when you shoot the ball at the basket.
New Mexico State looking to answer the call once again. Anuza in the paint, putting the pedal to the metal, won't get the roll. Deja Daniel looking for the rebound. Tavia Rowell has it, and the foul's gonna go against Deja Daniel. As you can see the look of disdain on her face. Had to calm herself down there talking to the official, as we'll see a timeout here on the floor. Again, like I said, to end quarter number 2, it's a heavyweight fight between the Aggies and the Lopes. Mano y mano, neck and neck, a seesaw affair. 36-35 Lopes. You're watching GCU women's basketball here on GCU TV.
So one key component that makes the Waste Management Phoenix Open so successful is Cox Business. Over 700,000 people are going to come enjoy TPC Scottsdale, from digital TV to digital phones to security, and most importantly, that free Wi-Fi all over this property. We simply couldn't do it without a partner like Cox Business. We're grateful, we're thankful, it's a hole-in-one.
Performance is your profession. You excel in bringing the best out of people and teams to discover their true potential, but you strive to take the next step in your career. GCU's PhD in Performance Psychology online degree program gives you the tools you need to elevate your performance to the next level, and do it all within your tight schedule. When human excellence meets cutting-edge technology, business advances.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Back inside the GCU arena for the remainder of 4 minutes and 43 seconds of quarter number 3 between the Aggies and the Lopes. 36-35, Lopes lead it. They've had 2 lead changes so far here in the third quarter, about 5 minutes in. And Kyle, we've seen just about every shot go in so far here in quarter number 3, whether it's New Mexico State or GCU's offense. Both defenses playing very aggressive so far to this point. As you see Coach Powell there talking things over with their starting 5 as the Lopes get ready to come back out onto the court. Looks like it'll be May Bryant, Jada Moss, Tavia Rowell, Ven Laveris, and Laura Piera for the Lopes, as New Mexico State looks to take their 4th lead of this third quarter already. May Bryant, one-on-one with Buckner. Here comes Henderson, won't get the roll, rebounded by Piera. May Bryant's got it, and Piera will take it up the other side as the Lopes once again will look to take at least a 1-possession lead. They already have a 1-possession lead, looking to go up by at least 3. Piera with some separation, puts it up, won't get it. Rebounded by Pack, and here comes the very dangerous Gia Pack. Again, already 12 points in this game, as that one's gonna be last touched
by Piera there.
By Laura Piera, as we'll see a few substitutions.
Couldn't quite corral it underneath as that one got knocked out of her hands just a little bit, just enough to cause her to fumble it out of bounds there.
Henderson looking for the pass, finds Pack at the top of the key. One-on-one, Laura Piera looking to be aggressive. Henderson one-on-one with Ven Laveris in the paint. Thought about taking the shot, finds Anuza instead. Anuza with 9 points, throws it up, gets blocked, but right there is Grays. Grays gonna put it up, and she's not gonna get the roll. New Mexico State having a tough time finding the net here on this possession, as it's last touched by Grays, and May Bryant will inbound it for the Lopes, and here comes that full court press, that very dominant defense we've seen throughout from the Aggies. As it looks like Anuza will take a seat.
Very good defense from Bryant and Rowell underneath, as they knew they just had to put their hands straight up so the referees couldn't call a foul. And Rowell actually got a little piece of the ball on the way up on that last shot attempt underneath.
Bryant, no look pass to Moss. There's Piera in the corner. One-on-one with Prince, as Prince re-enters this game for the 3rd time tonight, still looking for her first point. Rowell looking for May Bryant. 2-on-1 coverage from Ardentino and Grays, as that one is last touched by Mae Bryant, and New Mexico State will now take it the other way. So after that last timeout, we were seeing just about everything go in left and right, Kyle, before that timeout. Both defenses stepping up in a huge way now, as both teams currently on a scoring drought in the last 2 minutes and 16 seconds, as Laura Piera and Tavia Rowell will both take a seat for the Lopes. Mariah Mitchell checking in for the first time in this one. Mariah not playing on Thursday night. Us being seen against Utah Valley on the road, as that one's quickly stripped by Brown. Gonna put it off the glass, won't go. Another missed opportunity there from the Lopes, as it's rebounded by Ardentino. And she'll take it up top of the key, one-on-one with Venla Veras, being very aggressive down low. Rebounded by Veras. And here come the Lopes once again, as Tiana Brown will slow things down at the top of the key. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, as Venla Veras pops. Won't get the roll. Look good from beyond the arc, but Venla Veras once again unable to find the net. And New Mexico State will get another opportunity here to take the lead back for the 5th time in this quarter.
New Mexico State just won for their last 8 shot attempts. They got a 3-minute scoring drought. The Lopes got a 2.5-minute scoring drought. So we'll see which team can get the next basket and really end their drought, and see if one of these two teams can get going.
And here comes Gia Pack, also looking good, hits off the back of the rim. Here come the Lopes. Thinking about the breakaway play there was Jada Moss, thinking better of it, slowing things down once again, finds Tiana Brown at the top of the key. Tiana Brown with 1 3-point shot here this afternoon, finds Venla Veras. Looking for some separation once again. Moss one-on-one here against Grays. Back to Brown with 10 seconds to shoot on the shot clock. Looking for the open man, looks for Mae Bryant off the foot of Lays from downtown. It's Mitchell. She won't find the net, as that one rolls out of play with about 2 seconds left on the shot clock. As the Lopes offense has continued to go silent. That's 3 minutes and 15 seconds without their last bucket. New Mexico State has not scored in the last 4 minutes and 2 seconds and counting, as Grays dishes that one to Pack, one-on-one with Mitchell. Looking for some separation. In the paint, throws it up, won't get the roll. Rebounded by Mae Bryant, as that streak's gonna assumably reach 5 minutes between the last score for New Mexico State. It's been about 3 minutes and 45 seconds for the Lopes. Something's got to give here. Both offenses on a roll before that first timeout in the first part of this quarter. Ice cold here in the second part of quarter number 3. As Tiana Brown's going to get fouled on the floor. As Grays receives her first personal, as Laura Pierre is going to check back into this one for looks like Tiana Brown. As Ardentino going to take a seat. And Henderson will re-enter. Mitchell finds Venla Veras. Veras finds Mitchell, top of the key. 15 seconds to shoot, as Jada Moss once again being met by Buckner. Very aggressive defense from New Mexico State, as it looked like Mariah Mitchell Jada Moss looking for the call there, doesn't get it. But the Lopes will get another opportunity here. Laura Pierre in the corner, one-on-one with Prince. Mariah Mitchell looking for some space. And the foul is going to be called against Buckner there. Buckner on the floor at the moment. We'll see if she's okay. Very aggressive offensive style of play there from Mariah Mitchell, trying to make something happen. And Mariah Mitchell will shoot 2 from the line here, trying to give the Lopes at least a 2-point cushion. That's Buckner's first personal. And the Lopes have themselves a 37-35 lead. So Mariah Mitchell on the board for the first time tonight. First score from both sides in about 6 minutes and 16 seconds. And she goes 1 for 2 from the line. New Mexico State looking to even up the score at 37 apiece. Here comes Buckner. Puts it in, and with about 45 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3, we're all knotted up at 37. Piera, one-on-one with Prince. Laura Piera with 5 points on the day in 23 minutes of play. Looking for some space, thought about putting that one up. The no-look pass to Jada Moss finds Veras in the corner, won't go off the rim. May Bryant looking for the rebound, and again, very aggressive defense there coming from, it looked like Buckner once more, as May Bryant seems to be okay after that last spill. Things are definitely heating up on the court defensively from both sides of the ball. New Mexico State not giving in to this Lopes offense, as Buckner will take a seat. She now has 3 personal fouls here in the third quarter. Jada Moss gonna take a seat. Tiana Brown checks back in. Lopes doing a solid job at keeping their composure against this New Mexico State defense to this point. And with about 20 seconds left, 16 seconds left to shoot on the shot clock, it looks like Laura Piera is going to take this one down to the final seconds. We saw what Piera was able to do to end the first half of play, trying to make something happen here to end the third quarter. Throws that one up. You got to be kidding me.
I have no words.
Once again with the floater, and that'll end quarter number 3. And the Lopes have themselves a 39-37 lead. I don't know what to say, Kyle.
I have no words either. This game comes down to the end on a buzzer beater. I'm giving the ball to Laura Piera. She's got back-to-back buzzer beating shots at this one.
Can she make it a trifecta?
There's only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out, Kyle. 39-37 Lopes lead as we head to quarter number 4 here on GCU TV.
Curiosity fuels you. So when you're ready for a fulfilling new career, let your curiosity fuel that change. Grand Canyon University's online degree programs in technology make it convenient for you to achieve your dream. GCU teaches you how to plan for innovation. By applying that knowledge to today's most challenging problems, you're helping to build a better tomorrow. Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/online.
You have a foundation of strong values. You belong where your passions come to life. Grand Canyon University's online degree program in cybersecurity makes it convenient for you to join the newest front in keeping your community safe. GCU teaches you how to secure and protect a virtual environment. Join the growing field of cybersecurity.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Back inside the GCU Arena, 39-37 lead for the Lopes, and we were talking about it before the break, Kyle. What can you say about Laura Piera? Throws it up from about half court, about halfway through half court to end quarter number 2, going into the half, puts it up against the glass as this place just erupted, went into a frenzy. And then, of course, to end quarter number 3, as the shot clock expired with about 1 second left, Laura Piera puts up a floater, 2-on-1 coverage against New Mexico State's, again, terrifying defense to this point. The Lopes offense has had their troubles throughout this one against this New Mexico State defense, especially Buckner in those final few seconds. But Laura Piera single-handedly giving the Lopes the lead there on that last shot, as New Mexico State once again looks to answer the call and tie this game. Prince pops, locks, puts it in. And we're all knotted up at 39 apiece, as once again the Lopes will look to take their 6th lead change of the game, with Tiana Brown setting things up. Brown one-on-one with Prince. And there's Laura Piera once again inside, pass to Mitchell. Mitchell thought about shooting from beyond the arc, finds Venla Veras. Veras 2-on-1 attack coming from New Mexico State as this defense continues to be a brick wall for Coach Brooke Atkinson. Atkinson, of course, in her 3rd season as head coach for New Mexico State. 5 straight WAC championship victories for the Aggies. Is another beautiful inbound pass to Deja Daniel. Won't get the roll there off the back of the rim. Here come the Aggies. Grays being aggressive inside. Prince is on the board, and the Aggies retake the lead. It's 41-39. So Prince, who's been aggressive all night long on the boards, picks up her first bucket of the day. Then Laveris, top of the key, finds Mitchell. 13 seconds left to shoot here for the Lopes. Puts it up, off the glass. Bank is open on Saturdays, Kyle. We're all knotted up at 41.
Extended hours for Mariah Mitchell. That's a good-looking jump shot from Mariah Mitchell, given some valuable minutes off the bench, and now just comes away with a rebound.
And here come the Lopes and Laura Piera looking for their 7th lead change of the game. Piera inside, back to Deja Daniel. Wide open Mariah Mitchell in the corner. Gets the pass at the top of the key, one-on-one once again with Pack. Finds Deja Daniel looking to fight for possession there against Sewell, who checks into this game. May Bryant looking to put it up. Reverse layup, May Bryant. How do you like that, Lopes? 43-41.
Beautiful reverse layup and good recovery from May Bryant right there. She's got 6 points to go along with her 7 rebounds. So May Bryant, another good night for her so far, with about 8 minutes left in this one.
And there's Sewell, we mentioned, checking into this game for the first time today, is on the board. Nana Sewell, coming off a 4-point performance on Thursday. Laura Piera now one-on-one with Prince once again. Prince already with 2 steals in the game. As that foul is going to come against Sewell. All knotted up at 43 apiece. The Lopes will inbound it underneath the basket. A few substitutions coming from Coach Atkinson. As it looks like Henderson will re-enter this game. Henderson only with 4 points, in this game in 30 minutes. Has herself 1 block, 1 steal, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds as she guards Deja Daniel. Piera, one-on-one with Anuza, who also checks back into this game. Lopes with 10 seconds left to shoot here on the shot clock. Piera, once again, slicing and dicing her way into the paint. Gonna be last touched by Anuza, and the Lopes will once again inbound it with about 6 seconds left on the shot clock, looking to take their 8th lead of this game. Daniel finds Mitchell, 3 seconds to shoot. Piera's gonna have to put it up one more time. The floater not gonna go this time, as New Mexico State will inbound it. So Laura Piera doesn't have the magic on that last touch. But again, this game's still knotted up at 43 apiece. The defense looking to step up here against Henderson and the Aggies. It will be Henderson against Piera. Anuza one-on-one with May Bryant. Soderquist one-on-one with Tavia Rowell. Sewell one-on-one with Deja Daniel. Soderquist finds some room. Won't get the roll off the rim. Rebounded by Anuza. Finds a wide open Henderson. Guarded by Deja Daniel. Puts it up. Blocked. And May Bryant's there to secure possession for the Lopes as she finds Laura Piera, and they'll take it the other way. Tremendous defense from Deja Daniel.
Absolutely. Great defense from Deja Daniel, staying on her feet, keeping her hands up, and as soon as she knows that shot's going up, she puts that hand up and blocks it. Good defense all around by the Lopes on that possession.
Piera finds Mitchell. One-on-one with Anuza. Looking for Piera once again, is able to get that one after it looked like Soderquist trying to find the open man, as once again, it looks like the Lopes are going to pick up the point. Deja Daniel, great offensive board there as the shot clock expired. Off the rim, Laura Piera unable to get the shot off, but again, tremendous offensive play there by Deja Daniel, able to get the rebound and the point as the Lopes regain the lead 45-43. Pack, once again, pulls up from the line. It's going to be rebounded by Deja Daniel as she misses. She's now 4 for 12 from the field. Has not scored since quarter number 2. So the Lopes, or defense, has done a tremendous job at combating that offensive play from Pack. There's Deja Daniel once more, and here comes number 34 as the Lopes have their largest lead of the night. It's 47-43 as New Mexico State on another scoring drought. 2 minutes and 27 seconds. They call their first time out. 47-43 lead for the Lopes. You're watching GCU women's basketball right here on GCU TV.
You use the latest technology to treat patients, but your care and compassion is timeless. Advancing your career means helping more patients and providing even more care. Grand Canyon University's online programs in nursing make it convenient for you to become the expert every patient deserves.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Our military heroes' courage and bravery give greater meaning to what it is to be an American. Grand Canyon University honors our heroes and pays tribute to your heroism. Thank you for your service.
It takes great determination to lead a Division I team. For some of us, it just comes naturally.
Things are getting very interesting here inside the GCU Arena. We got about 5.5 minutes left to play, 5 minutes and 33 seconds left to play between the New Mexico State Aggies and the Grand Canyon University Antelopes. The Lopes have themselves their largest lead of the night by 4, 47-43, as once again, Kyle, we've seen a tremendous defensive display from the Aggies, but the Lopes continue to fight, they continue to battle. We saw this on Thursday night against the Vaqueros. Not their best offensive performance, but we're able to battle back, show some resiliency, show some heart, and we're seeing that today.
Absolutely, and you're really seeing it in the last 2-minute stretch, and New Mexico State hasn't scored in the last 2.5 minutes, and in that 2.5 minutes, the Lopes have been able to tie the game and go up by 4 thanks to a couple of back-to-back layups from Deja Daniel, who's come alive here in quarter number 4. She's now got 9 points and 11 rebounds. So again, 1 point away from her 10th double-double on the season.
And we saw how aggressive New Mexico State's defense was throughout this game. Coach Powell going with the full court press against New Mexico State as Anuza throws it up. Won't get the basket, rebounded by Deja Daniel. Laura Piera, one-on-one with Anuza.
Deja Daniel might be on her way to a new career high in rebounds. She had it on Thursday with 14. She's already got 12, and we still have 5 minutes left to play.
A lot going down in these last 5 minutes as Laura Piera once again throws it up, won't go in. Rebounded by Daniel, and Deja Daniel proven to be a very valuable teammate offensively for Laura Piera in these final few possessions there. Piera puts up the shot, doesn't get the roll. Right there is Deja Daniel for the rebound.
Deja
Make
Daniel,
it 13 rebounds on the afternoon.
Deja Daniel is going to will this Lopes team to victory, it seems like.
Make it 14.
She's tying her career high right there, so if she gets an offensive rebound on this end, she'll be well on her way to possibly a 2020 night.
Well, la-dee-da. Laura Piera finds Tavia Rowell, top of the key. Mariah Mitchell. And it seems like all the Lopes have to do is put up the bucket, and Deja Daniel will be right there as the security blanket as that one goes out of play.
I have a correction to make. Her career high in rebounds is 22. It's a season high 14, which she is about to surpass, but she could be well on her way to at least 20 rebounds, maybe breaking that 22 rebound mark here with 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
Well, thanks for the correction, Kyle. Everyone makes mistakes. You want a t-shirt? It's t-shirt time
I
here in
don't
the
think
GCU
it'll get all the way
Arena.
up here.
Lopes lead it by 6. You're watching GCU women's basketball right here on GCU TV.
GCU helps you stay focused on staying purpose-driven. They give you the tools to find what your purpose truly is. Once I got out here, I kind of had an identity crisis. Walking around campus, I saw a flyer for something called Java Jams. When I first walked onto that stage, my heart was pounding, but I was able to find myself as an artist. My name is Joseph, and I'm earning my Bachelor of Arts degree at GCU.
There's thunder in all of us. Come find your purpose at Grand Canyon University.
At GCU, earning your MBA degree online comes with the college experience. To advance your career in business, it takes support from those around you. Our online class size averages less than 25 students, with highly skilled faculty. GCU's Colangelo College of Business offers online MBA programs in real-world emphasis, including accounting, leadership, marketing, sports business, and more. Find your purpose at GCU. Visit gcu.edu/MBA.
Welcome back inside the GCU Arena here on GCU TV for the final 4 minutes and 12 seconds of quarter number 4. Lopes have themselves their largest lead of the night, a 6-0 scoring run in the last minute and 57 seconds. As Coach Powell utilizing this media timeout to once again fire up her offense. looking to put the nail in the coffin. Again, still plenty of basketball left to be played, considering how well this New Mexico State defense has played. Only a 6-point lead for the Lopes as Piera finds Ven Laveris on the outside in the corner. Back to Piera. Piera looking to be aggressive here against Danusa. Putting that one up and in. Laura Piera has herself 9 points on the day. It's 51-43 as the Lopes now lead it by 8.
Looking to pull away as GCU and New Mexico State has yet to answer the call as they haven't scored in the last 4 minutes.
And Pack,
the drought
seems
continues.
To be all out of sorts here in quarter number 4. 4-minute scoring drought for New Mexico State. They had themselves a 5.5-minute scoring drought in quarter number 3. It's been all about the Lopes in this second half, looking for their 4th lifetime win over the Aggies. Piera finds Mae Bryant. Bryant in the paint, throws it up. Off the back of the rim, Deja Daniel looking for rebound number 15. Won't find it there as it's rebounded by Pack. Pack one-on-one with Ven Laveris as Henderson, a little spin move there, gets her own rebound, puts it off the glass. So a 4-minute and 40-second scoring drought coming to an end for the Aggies as they trail this one once again by 6 points with about 3 minutes left to go. 2 minutes and 55 seconds and counting. Laura Piera 2-on-1 coverage against Henderson and Anusa as Coach Powell wants to talk things over with Laura Piera and company. We'll see what's in store for the final 2 minutes and 53 seconds. 51-45 lead for GCU. You're watching GCU women's basketball right here on GCU TV.
Make time for work, for play, for creating a brighter future. GCU's Kalanj Better Time to become tomorrow's leader than now. Find your purpose at GCU. Visit gcu.edu/MBA. You can earn your MBA degree online on your time. Better time to become tomorrow's leader than now. Find your purpose at GCU. Visit gcu.edu/MBA.
Coming in hot here on GCU TV for the remainder 3 minutes in this one, as it looks like it will be Ven Laveris inbounding this one for the Lopes at midcourt. Going one-on-one with Harper, entering this one for the first time this afternoon. Piera going one-on-one with Prince. Jada Holland going to redirect traffic at the top of the key. Ven Laveris with about 15 seconds left to shoot on the shot clock. This New Mexico State defense has given the Lopes all sort of problems here tonight, giving problems to Mae Bryant. Right there is Harper, as that one looks to be stripped away by Jada Holland, but it goes out of play. New Mexico State will have an opportunity to chip into this 6-point advantage for the Lopes. They need a big shot in a big way here with about 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. It will be Gia Pack. Pack with 10 points in this game, has not scored once here in this second half. Dishes it to Harper. Harper finds Grays. Havoc's looking to give New Mexico State's offense some problems here. Henderson finds Pack, rebounded by Mae Bryant, as Jada Holland will once again reset here for the Lopes, trying to take as much time off the clock as possible here with a 51-45 lead with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Deja Daniel just outside the paint, one-on-one with Harper, finds Piera with some space, thought about shooting. Goes with the pass inside, 3-on-1 attack on Deja Daniel. We'll see what the officials say here, as it looks like the ball will stay here, and it will go the other way. So New Mexico State winning that battle. A very dangerous pass there from Laura Piera. 3-on-1 coverage against Deja Daniel, and coming up with it was Harper. So Henderson will inbound this one, or excuse me, Anusa will inbound this one to Henderson. Henderson again with 6 points on the night, 3 for 7 from the field. One-on-one with Veris. Finds Harper. Harper finds Pack. Pack back to Harper. One-on-one with Deja Daniel. Here comes Prince on the inside. Bryant with about 10 seconds left to shoot, as Jada Holland's going to get called for the foul. And that's going to be on Prince. First personal for Jada Holland. A minute 39 seconds remaining. It'll be Anusa with 9 points in this game, inbounding this one to Henderson. Henderson finds Pack. New Mexico State would really love to get Gia Pack rolling here as she's gonna shoot from long distance. Long distance calling for Gia Pack. She's got 13 points, a huge bucket for New Mexico State. Laura Piera looking for the foul call, doesn't get it. Would have loved to see a charge there on Gia Pack, but the Lopes unable.
It sure looked like one. Looked like the off arm there kind of came off. Maybe Laura Piera might have sold it just a little bit, but big shot for Gia Pack, who has not scored until that shot in a long time. And now the Lopes in an almost 3-minute scoring drought. And last season, this one ended 54-51 for the Lopes here at GCU Arena in that 3-point victory. And they're up by 3 right now with 1:15 to go.
Some things changed, some things don't. Lopes trying to make this a similar outing compared to last year as Jada Holland hits that one from downtown, answering the call from Gia Pack. 54,
daily
48.
double. Jada Holland answered daily double. And now a timeout, forced timeout call by New Mexico State. Great job on the offensive ball movement for Jada Holland. Wide open, knocks it down, and that's a big shot for the freshman.
The pressure is on New Mexico State. The ball is in your court. 54-48 lead for the Lopes. 57 seconds remaining. You're watching GCU women's basketball right here on GCU TV.
When it comes to school spirit, we do it best. Lopes up.
Lopes up.
Lopes up.
Lopes up from Afghanistan.
Hear the thunder.
Hear the Lopes. Lopes up. Hear the thunder.
Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin', ice. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin'.
Mountain Dew Ice, a clear, refreshing lemon lime dew.
57 seconds remaining here in quarter number 4. The Lopes have themselves a 6-point lead. New Mexico State being forced to call the first time out of the fourth quarter as Pack looking to be aggressive. Looking for the big shot is Henderson. Aggies got to score quick here. Pack looking for some room, finds Henderson. Henderson one-on-one with Varys. 8 seconds left to shoot. New Mexico State taking a lot of time off the clock here. Down by 6 as Pack once again unable to hit from beyond the arc, and Piera is gonna get fouled after the rebound. So 32 seconds remaining. New Mexico State's offense taking a lot of time off the clock there, which is probably something that they didn't want to do down by 6. First personal for Henderson, as it looks like Buckner going to re-enter this one. And Henderson will inbound this one, it looks like, to an open Soderquist, as the Lopes are going to get fouled.
Illegal screen call right there on Harper, it looks like, as Mae Bryant just kind of plowing right through that screen.
And it looks like we're going to see another timeout call here on the floor. 32 seconds remaining. Lopes looking to take care of business against a WAC foe. You're watching GCU women's basketball right here on GCU TV.
Canyon State Credit Union, a local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years, can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit canyonstatecu.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, MLS number 410376.
32 seconds remaining here in quarter number 4 between the Aggies and the Lopes, as Coach Powell wants to make sure everybody's on the same page here in these final 30 seconds. 2-possession game for the Aggies, as they'll be sure to foul here on the inbound pass. Here's Jada Holland, and she gets fouled right away by Soderquist. Soderquist's second personal, and Jada Holland will shoot 2 from the line, trying to give the Lopes an 8-point advantage here with about 30.5 seconds remaining.
That's the next foul will put the Lopes on the free throw line, as the Aggies only have 4 right here. Looks like they're running that same play, this time looking to maybe get Piera loose.
So it will be this foul that'll send the Lopes to the line. Thank you, Kyle. It will be Mae Bryant. Saw Mae Bryant with those final 2 free throw attempts on Thursday to give the Lopes that 2-point victory in overtime against the UTRGV Vaqueros. And she'll look to add to her total 6 points on the night already with 9 rebounds, 2 steals. Now has herself 7 points on the night, coming off that 9-point performance against the Vaqueros 2 nights ago. The Lopes now lead it by 7, looking for the 8-point cushion. And they'll find it. So May Bryant now with 8 points on the night. We'll see another timeout on the court. Back and forth, here we go. A Lopes 56-48 lead as you're watching GCU women's basketball here inside the GCU arena. And again, looking for their 4th consecutive win. This win would move them to 6-2 overall in WAC play, 11-8 overall this season. And this one offensively for the Lopes has been all about Laura Piera hitting the shots when the Lopes have needed them in clutch situations, and at times you didn't even think they were going to go in. It didn't look like they were healthy shots from Laura Piera, but some way, somehow, Houdini was here with her. The half-court shot at halftime. During the final buzzer off the back glass, as well as the shot to end quarter number 3 as the shot clock expired, as that one's going to be a foul against New Mexico State. It's going to be a travel against Harper. And the Lopes just looking to put this one in the bag at this point. 25.5 seconds left. We'll see another timeout on the court. 25.5 seconds remaining here in quarter number 4. Everyone just trying to get on the same page at this point. Again, a 8-point lead for the Lopes. You got to think, if you're Coach Atkinson, what do you got to do here offensively if you're New Mexico State?
Well, first you got to get the ball back, because it looks like the Lopes will probably go to advance this ball up to half court to avoid any miscommunications on the press break, as New Mexico State came out and showed that press. But if you're New Mexico State, you want to force whoever the worst free throw shooter that's going to be on the floor when the Lopes come out of this timeout, you want to force them to the free throw line. You probably don't want May Bryant or Jada Holland to catch the ball on the inbound. I would expect either Laura Piera or Deja Daniel if you're New Mexico State. And then New Mexico State, they got to go quick. Got to go with the quick layup, or if it's open, maybe a 3-point shot. But you just want to try and extend this game as long as possible. At the moment, down by 8. You want some missed free throws and some baskets on the other end.
Of course, their 3-point percentage a little bit higher this afternoon compared to the purple and white. Again, down by 8, 25 seconds remaining. That may be one of their only options, Kyle, as Laura Piera looks to inbound this one to May Bryant. And May Bryant is headed back to the free throw line. So 24.2 seconds remaining. She'll look to add to her total 9 points on Thursday, looking to make at least 10 here this afternoon. And you mentioned New Mexico State's offense. Gia Pack, of course, leading the charge like she did on Thursday against Bakersfield with those 21 points. 13 points here tonight, 5 for 17, from the field. As May Bryant now has 9 points on the night. Lopes lead it by 9. Sophia Anuza with 9 points, 7 rebounds as well. As May Bryant now has herself 10 points in the double digits. As New Mexico State gonna take another timeout here on the floor. Still 24.2 seconds remaining. It's a 10-point lead for the Lopes, 58-48. You're watching GCU women's basketball right here on GCU TV.
GCU, they give you the tools to find what your purpose truly is. My name is Joseph, and I'm earning my Bachelor of Arts degree at GCU.
There's the thunder in all of us. Come find your purpose at Grand Canyon University.
Back inside the GCU arena. 10-point lead for the Lopes, 58-48, looking to put the nail in the coffin. Looking for their 4th lifetime win over the Aggies. The Aggies, of course, 9-3 lifetime against the Lopes. Losing their matchup last year. Looks to be more of the same this year, and you mentioned during the commercial break, Kyle, you got to be careful here in these final 24 seconds as both teams no longer have any timeouts.
Yeah, if you get
two goose eggs.
If you get in trouble, you can't call a timeout and reset, so you got to be careful, especially on these stationary inbounds where you're not allowed to move, and plus the Lopes have the possession arrow.
Pack from downtown in the corner won't go. Jada Holland with the rebound, and Holland's headed to the free throw line. Quick foul there from Buckner. Getting a yes chant here from the Havocs.
That might do it. If Jada Holland sinks both of these up 12, that might just do it. It looks like Coach Atkinson was telling her team after that foul that they might be done fouling here. So up by 10, see if Holland can continue to ice this game. Lopes have been good from the free throw line down the stretch, 6 of 8 on the game.
New Mexico State starting out hot in this one, winning the first quarter 18-15. Lopes battling tough offensively against New Mexico State's defense in quarter number 2. Laura Piera helping the Lopes win that quarter 15-13 as Jada Holland sinks both of her shots. As the Lopes took care of business in quarter number 3. Great defensive play in quarter number 3. Lopes winning that one 9-6, and the Lopes running away with it here in quarter number 4. Currently a 21-11 advantage offensively against the Aggies.
So Pack gonna go to the free throw line. And New Mexico State, they have shot 1 free throw up to this point. This is gonna be free throws 2 and 3 on the afternoon, but that is an impressive stat that the Lopes, who normally get in some foul trouble with Piera and Daniel and a couple others, but they have been doing great on the defensive end to only allow 3 free throws on the afternoon. And it looks like they're gonna win this one by possibly at least 9. We'll see if New Mexico State, or excuse me, by 10. We'll see if New Mexico State comes out and tries to get something here with 8.5 seconds.
Ryan gets the rebound. Holland not gonna get fouled here with 3 seconds left. Signed, sealed, and delivered. The Lopes defeat the New Mexico State Aggies 60-49 in a hard-fought battle, a heavyweight fight between these two WAC foes here inside the GCU Arena. And when you look back at it, Kyle, New Mexico State's defense was phenomenal in half number 1. Offense kind of hit a brick wall in the second half. You might say 2 5-minute scoring droughts in the second half, and then in quarter number 4, the Lopes outscoring the Aggies 21-13 in large part thanks to Deja Daniel, Laura Piera, and May Bryant.
Absolutely a tale of 2 halves. New Mexico State dominated half number 1. They were up by 1 at the break, and I think that shot by Laura Piera right before halftime, the bank off the glass from deep, I think that turned the tide for GCU coming out. They came out strong. They went back and forth to start that third quarter, and then that 5-minute scoring drought, Jack, in that third quarter really hurt New Mexico State, and the Lopes were able to take advantage. And then quarter number 4 was all GCU and all Deja Daniel, getting her 10th double-double on the season, and finally bouncing back after having 5 straight snapped last weekend and has gone 3 straight games without one. So Deja Daniel, 11 points, 15 rebounds. 4 of those rebounds came on the offensive end. Laura Piera had 9 points as well, shooting 4 of 13 from the floor. She had 3 assists. Laura Piera did a great job orchestrating the offense. And then Jada Holland, 7 points for her in limited minutes, really. And then, like you mentioned, May Bryant, 10 points, 10 rebounds, another double-double for the defending WAC player of the week. And then for New Mexico State, led by Gia Pack, but she only had 14, and we talked about it pregame. If the Lopes can hold Gia Pack to under her average of 18, they will be in a position to win this game. And Jack, they did it. They won the game. They did what they needed to do, took care of business, and they'll go on the road next week.
They fought valiantly on Thursday night against UTRGV in the Vaqueros, eliminating 3 7-point deficits, fighting with heart. They fought with heart here this afternoon against New Mexico State, despite their great defense, to win this one by 11. The offense showing a lot of heart here in the heart of Phoenix, Arizona. Final score, the Lopes win this one 60-49. Thanks for tuning in. The Lopes, again, will be back February 8th, a week from today, to take on California Baptist at 2 p.m. You can check out the game here on GCU TV. Go follow Grand Canyon University on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. From everybody here at GCU TV, alongside Kyle Borg, I'm Jack O'Hara saying sayonara from GCU Arena here in the heart and soul of Phoenix, Arizona. Lopes defeat the Aggies 60-49. Have a great rest of your Saturday night, and go Lopes.